Mr. Beast has just bought his own bank, and I think he might get some backlash for this. We're going to look into that later into the video. But Beast Industries has acquired Step, which is a banking app aimed at the youth. So Beast Industries is Mr. Beast's holding company. If you didn't know this already, they have companies like Feastable, Lunchly, and Beast Burger under Beast Industries, and that's how Mr. Beast acquires his businesses. So going on to TechCrunch, Mr. Beast company buys Gen Z focused fintech app Step. This was on the 9th of February, early hours of the morning, or early hours of yesterday morning for the UK. YouTube's megastar Mr. Beast announced on Monday that his company Beast Industries is buying Step, a team focused banking app, and not much details of the acquisition are known. So I'm just going to get straight into Step and what Step does, because there is some controversial things that Step does that I think could potentially land Mr. Beast in trouble if he's not careful. So going on to the Step website now, the headline is Banking for the Next Generation. Step is all-in-one money app with unlimited cashback, 3% savings, and the Step Visa cards that builds credit. So from first glance, this is actually a very helpful app. I mean, if they had this in the UK, it'd probably be one of the products that I would really promote, because I'm a personal finance creator. This is right up my alleyway. And if you scroll down, Beast Industries acquires Step. So we're going to look into the Step app more carefully, because there is some things I'm not too sure about on here. So first we'll start with Money 101. So Money 101 is essentially their way of educating young people on finances, whether it's banking, whether it's investing, whether it is credit. They have information on this app, which I think is great, or on the website. It's great. They have resources, they have stuff about taxes, investing, debit and credit, banking basics. I think more apps should mandatory have this available on their website and app. I think everyone needs to have this available. Not all of them do, and not all of them have, or even if they do, I think they're just literally rushed just to meet the minimum requirements. I think having like a comprehensive setup to teach people is definitely something that is to be commended. So we're going to take a closer look at the benefits of the app. So they have early pay, which is something we've had in the UK for a while. I'm not sure about the USA. So essentially, if say it's payday on Friday, your company would usually send that, say, on a Wednesday, Thursday, but it doesn't actually reach your bank account till Friday. With early pay, you'd be able to get this 1 or 2 days early. It's great if, say, like your bills come out on certain days and it doesn't align with your payday. Like, having this feature is really great. So again, that's a good feature to have. Next, we have build credit score for free, or build credit for free. So again, baked into the banking app, they have their credit builder, which is great. Again, some of these credit sites you have to pay separately for them. So this is, even at the worst case, is saving you $5 or $10 a month just from not having to sign up to one of these credit apps. And they give you recommendations on how to build your credit, and they look at your credit history. They try and get some of your bills on your credit report to improve your credit, which is, again, is a great feature to have. So far, I think this is a really good website, or really good banking app. And again, I'm in the UK, but from what I've seen on the website, it complies with all the standard American regulations you would expect it to comply with. So that's another thumbs up. Earn 3% on your savings. Not the best, not the worst. I mean, for just a banking app, that is pretty standard, 3%. Then we have cashback. Again, a lot of banking apps and banks are starting to offer cashback as standard, because the competition to get people to spend their money with that card is very, very competitive now. So pretty much everyone has to offer cashback. You've got your usual stores on there: CVS, Safeway, StubHub, GameStop, Walmart, up to 10% off standard again. So here is the point where I think Mr. Beast can get in trouble. So we have invest with as little as $1. And again, this sounds like a great feature, but remember the target audience of this app for under 18s. Should we be letting under 18s invest? Well, we're going to have a look to see what they're actually doing with this. So buy and sell thousands of stocks on your terms without commission fees. Sounds great again. Choose from fractional shares of your favorite companies or ETFs. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. Standard practice. So we'll scroll to the bottom. Anyway, we'll scroll to the bottom. So here's where the issue lies with me. Why do I need permission if I'm under 18? If you're under 18, you can't own stocks or crypto outright, but a parent or guardian can create an account and allow you to buy and sell investments based on their recommendations. When you turn 18, you can become the sole owner of your STEP account, at which point we'll transfer ownership of the stock or crypto assets to you. So why is this a problem? I am all for teaching young people about investing at any age, to be honest. I think exposing them to investing, teaching them, having them learn from materials is great, but actually investing themselves while they're under 18, I think is pretty dangerous. So the app doesn't outright say that they can invest themselves, but let's take this scenario. So the parent opens the investing account for the child and they're meant to monitor it. They're meant to give their recommendations. Their child is not really meant to have full control over this. However, the app is on the child's phone. The child has access to their current account, their debit account, whatever you want to call it, savings account, and they still might be able to transfer money themselves into the investment account. Again, speculation. I don't know how this account is actually regulated, but however the money gets in their investment account, I don't know how the app can regulate the parent buying the stocks and shares for them, whether it's they have to do facial recognition every time. I don't know. I haven't got that, but it just sounds like it's opening up a can of worms. When it comes to investing, the psychological effects of investing, I don't think a child is ready to handle these. So imagine now you're a child, you have a Sunday job, you've saved up from your birthday money, whatever it is, you put $1,000 into the investing account. Your parents are meant to recommend you the stocks. They can even recommend you the stocks. They recommend you to invest into Meta. I've seen it before. Meta can go down 20% in a day. I've had Meta when it's gone down 40% in a year. So now that $1,000 is worth 600. As a child, I don't think you can mentally handle the pressures of investing. Your investment will go down at some point. I don't think anyone's ever seen an investment only go up. It's going to pull back. It's going to have a correction. Even if you invested at £1,000 at the start, it went to 1,500. Now it dropped back down to 1,100. The child is still going to feel them psychological effects. They're either going to be worried, they're going to be stressing. I don't think that children should be exposed to this yet. I think once you're an adult, fair enough. But as a child, I don't think you should be exposed to the mental aspect of investing. As a child, 1 week seems far away. When you're investing, you're meant to invest for 5 years plus for the long term. And that way you're going to minimize any chance of losses. I think it's a statistic like 85 or 90% of people who invest for 5 years plus see a return on their investment. So as a child, 5 years is like 50 years. I don't think they have the patience. I don't think they have the mental capacity to be thinking about investing for 5 years. So this is where I think Mr. Beast could potentially get some backlash. I'm sure him and his team have this all sorted out on the back end anyway. They're going to regulate it properly, but there's some potential in that for me, for there to be a bit of backlash, especially as Mr. Beast, now he has acquired the company. He can promote it as many times as he wants in his videos. He could potentially encourage children to invest. Children from as young as 6-7 years old are watching his videos, whether they want to get this app now and they're pressuring their parents to invest for them. Who knows what can come of this? However, I do think this is a really good banking app. We have a similar one in the UK called Go Henry, and I don't think it's as comprehensive or has nearly as many benefits as this. I would probably get this for my child, but I wouldn't unlock the investing part. That's the only thing I wouldn't unlock. But let me know in the comments, do you think this is a good move for Mr. Beast? Are you rating it so far? Do you think that the banking app is a good app? Would you let your children invest at a young age? I want to know in the comments. Follow me for more daily content. I'm broke, baby.